back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. We are very, very appreciative for our Patreon patrons. That monthly payment is helping out a lot. We're very, very much appreciative of our YouTube subscribers. It's only a couple of bucks, and you're helping a lot. Even if you're doing that or you're not, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. That is free. It costs you nothing. You already gave Amazon your hard-earned money. You worked to pay Amazon, and they're keeping it. They aren't giving it to Shane. But if you link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, they will give Shane some of your money that you already paid them. Costs you nothing, helps us out immensely. Please do it. The instructions are in the description right below.
This episode of Pachter Factor is brought to you by DeShazer Ryan Realty. Right now, Doug DeShazer has beautiful lots available adjacent to Koocanusa Lake in northwest Montana. Pull up your RV and access the hookups, or build your own construction. Either way, you have access to world-class fishing, hunting, boating, swimming, biking, hiking, and the internet. No matter where you're looking to buy, make Doug DeShazer your real estate consultant at 406-291-1643. That's Doug DeShazer at 406-291-1643.
Okay, today's question from Sifted from Erebus Jones. If Microsoft pulled out of the console hardware market, do you think Sony would allow Game Pass on PlayStation consoles as a sort of unacknowledged quid pro quo? I think Game Pass should be available on any screen, and I think the download version, which allows you to play low latency multiplayer, is really important. And I think Sony could charge 30% of Game Pass revenue for every Game Pass subscriber on PlayStation. So, if Sony thought Microsoft could get, let's say, 25 million Game Pass subscribers and they could make $60 a year times 25 million people, that's $1.5 billion until you play Game Pass games on your console. Yeah, I think they should. Especially if the alternative is you don't play it at all. So sure, I do think that. I don't think there'd be a quid pro quo. The quid pro quo would be, we're going to give Sony 30% of whatever we collect on their console, which is totally fair. I don't know if Microsoft's going to pull out, but if the next generation Xbox is even that much smaller than this one, because this one is probably barely at 20 million units. If the next one is going to have lifetime 20 million, why would Sony not let Game Pass on, right away? So sure, I don't know if you need a console. Like I said, I think Microsoft can sell a stripped down version, but I think that makes these dumb consoles that don't have a disk drive, just have all download everything, that makes them a lot more attractive. And again, I think the console, putting in just a good enough GPU, the 1080p GPU, but allowing the game to be client in a cheap console, Sony could make that console and make it and sell it for $200. I mean, they should do that, and then let people play Game Pass and let them play PlayStation catalog and sell the console, make $50 a console, and hope that guy trades up to a PS6. So yeah, I mean, I truly think that's a good idea. Look, I think this is one of those things that will evolve if it makes sense, and it does. Microsoft's got to make it worth Sony's while. But again, maybe we get to the point where Microsoft doesn't care and doesn't need anybody else because they figured out the distribution with a stick. I mean, you just don't know. So we'll find out. I mean, the difference between what PlayStation has and what Xbox has is content. So it's just Xbox has all the Activision content, and honestly, for every Game Pass member Sony lets on, that's one less person who's buying Call of Duty on PlayStation. So Sony's got to weigh, that against letting them on the platform. So I don't know. I really don't know the answer because it's an economic decision, and it's going to depend on how big Game Pass is at the time. But if Sony thinks they're going to get 100 million Game Pass subscribers and lose, 10 million copies of Call of Duty, they'll do it. They'll make more money. So it really just depends on the trade-offs. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. A special thanks to our Patreon patrons and our YouTube subscribers. And any of you who are paying or not, please remember to stick it to Amazon. Link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Easy to do. You have to redo it every couple of months, so look at the description below and follow the steps. It's pretty simple. I appreciate if you do it. Shane gets paid. You've already paid for it. All you're doing is transferring your money from Amazon's bank account to Shane's bank account. So please stick it to Amazon because Shane needs it badly, and I need 4 of you to do it. Just 4. Be one of the 4. And you can post on Twitter, I was one of the 4. I did it. It was free. Thanks very much for doing it. I'll see you next time.